definition or characteristics. Concerned with other causes or risk factors to jointly form what Rossman calls a sufficient cause. Each sufficient cause is a set of causes or risk factors that, when present, inevitably produce disease. Component causes are represented as a single pie slice in Rossman's model. Sufficient causes are illustrated as an entire pie. A sufficient cause is a complete causal mechanism or set of minimal events, conditions, or characteristics that lead to disease. Minimal implies that all of the events, conditions, and/or characteristics that are delineated in a sufficient cause must be met to trigger disease. Onset of disease can only occur when all of the component causes in one sufficient cause are present. Notably, there can be and often are multiple sufficient causes for a single disease. For the same disease Z, sufficient cause 1 and sufficient cause 2 are shown here. We saw sufficient cause 1 on the previous slide. Each one of these sufficient causes represent a different set of component causes. Sufficient cause 1 include component causes A, C, F, I, and J. Sufficient cause 2 include component causes A, H, X, Y, and Z. You will note that component cause A is present in sufficient cause 1 and sufficient cause 2. Rossman refers to this type of component cause as a necessary cause. It must be present to cause disease, so it is included in all sufficient causes that may be identified for disease. Let us consider an example. We all know that cigarette smoking causes lung cancer, right? But cigarette smoking doesn't inevitably lead to lung cancer. In other words, there are individuals who smoke cigarettes who will never fall ill with lung cancer. And there are cases of lung cancer that are not caused by cigarette smoking. Other risk factors are relevant. Rossman's model accommodates this complexity of cause. Here, varied risk factors for lung cancer are shown. In the bottom right-hand corner, cigarette smoking is depicted next to secondhand smoke, which has also been implicated in lung cancer. Certain environmental exposure confer risk for lung cancer, like leading gas and/or asbestos, such that certain occupations are also known to increase the risk for lung cancer. Some types of air pollution can cause lung cancer too. Like many other diseases, family history and aging can be important risk factors to consider, and comorbid conditions may also confer risks. These are all component causes per Rossman's model. Lung cancer is not caused by a single risk factor. Rather, multiple risk factors have been identified and implicated For example, this in the population that are genetically susceptible to lung cancer and smoke cigarette. For them, lung cancer is inevitable, sufficient cause to represent another subset